chaser. I make something out of nothing. I don't want no favor. Everything I got from hustling, food on the table. I bust my ass and break my neck to get that check. I deserve some respect in this motherfucker.
I'm a paper chaser. I make something out of nothing. I don't want no favors. Everything I got from hustling, food on the table. I bust my ass and I break my neck to get that check. I deserve some respect in this motherfucker. 2 years removed from high school, start getting on my grind, applying my dues to the organization, running the game I choose to create a lane and to make a motherfucking move. Funny how I got kid, but on the spot flowing, lasting longer than a lot of you niggas coming and going. Every day you let me see, I'm a cute nigga that's showing. Eating everything else needed. If I start from the middle of the night to the middle of the day, from the dusk to the dawn, I'm about that dough, nigga. Whatever. Ain't about to be poor, I'ma keep farming on foes with diamond and clothes. While you motherfuckers going broke, get behind these hoes, nigga. Whatever. She like it when I'm humming, I like it when she suck, and she like a lot of kids, and I like a lot of fuck, and she like it when my eyes roll. When the
what it do? Y'all already know what it is. You tune in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. What's happening with it when you come in the building? You know what I'm saying? Jump in that comment section. Let everybody know you're in the building. And then smash on that like button. Smash on that like button. DP Rocker in the building. What's happening with it? Smooth Groove Boxing. What's happening with it, homie? John Page, my nigga Batman off in the building. What's happening with it, Bat? Yeah. KG, what's happening with it? Salute. Yes, sir. You know, another day. You already know we finna get it in. We finna cook. What's good with it? Chris Mitchell. What's happening with it, fam? Phil J 508 in the building. What's happening with it? Yeah, we gonna definitely cook today. So y'all hit that like button as you come in the building. Yeah. A lot, you know, we got a lot going on in boxing. A lot for boxing fans to look forward to. And like I always say, let's just keep our fingers crossed. And, you know, let's keep our fingers crossed and pray that we get all of this smoke. Let's pray that we get all of these fights that's supposed to happen. I mean, it's so many great fights that's supposed to go down. Let's just pray we get all of it. And we less than 2 weeks away from Wilder Fury. And that undercard is stupid. Like that, like I said, and I gotta give Top Rank Day credit because that undercard is ridiculous. Rolling Red, what's happening with it? Phil J, he says Errol will be top dog. Man, we gonna cook on all of that, bro. We gonna cook on all of that. We also gonna go over the 100. We also gonna go over the lightweight division. You know, we're gonna go over the lightweight division also. You know, we're gonna cook on that division, and we're gonna talk about who's gonna come out on top when all the smoke clears on that division. You know, but like I said, when you come in the building, smash on that like button. And I have forgot that Edgar Berlanga, he finna be on the Wilder undercard too. So you got Edgar Berlanga, you got Julian J. Rock Williams, you got Frank Sanchez versus F.A. Jagba. You also got the rematch, Helenius versus what's his name? Kanaki. You also got Big Baby Jared Anderson versus a Vladimir. And like I said before, if you fighting the Vladimir, all them motherfucking Vladimirs can fight. So, yeah, I mean, that card is finna be ridiculous. Like, for real. That card is ridiculous. So, we got to cross our fingers and hope that Tyson Fury show up. And if he show up, we got a hell of a card on our hands. You know, a hell of a card. And seriously, I can't think of no undercard that's been that stacked with that many names on the undercard. If y'all can think within the past 2 years, an undercard that's been that stacked, type it in the comment section. Type it in the comment section. Like I said, you got Edgar Berlanga, Big Baby Jared Anderson. You got Robert Helenius and Adam Konaki. You got who else? You got Julian J. Rock Williams. And I'm probably missing some people. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably missing a couple. Like, that card is stupid. If y'all can think of any card that's been that lit since in the past 2 years, in the past 2 years, what card have we got from top to bottom that's been like that in boxing? Because I can't think of one. I really can't. Not like that. It's crazy. Like, that card is stupid crazy. In other news, and like I said, type one in there. If y'all can remember a fight card that can compare to that one, let me know from top to bottom. So like I said, one thing about Top Rank, if Top Rank is putting on an event or especially a pay-per-view, Top Rank, they finna do their thing. Like, for real. PBC, I don't know what PBC be doing. If they think that, people are satisfied with them putting on a good main event and then a whole bunch of shit fights on the undercard, I don't be feeling that shit, man. I don't be feeling that. PBC, every now and then, they might give you a good pay-per-view card from top to bottom, but it'd be very few and far between, especially if you got somebody like, if Errol Spence fight, you already know his undercard finna be some shit. Like, I don't know why they be doing that to EJ. Like, god damn. And he sell more than any of them dudes. It's crazy because Errol, so I mean, it ain't like that you can't afford to pay nobody on the undercard because his pay-per-views do more than all of them. So why are you putting, shit fights every time that EJ, has a pay-per-view? I don't know, on the undercard. But yes, Cassandra Mason, the queen in the building. Let's all salute a great black father, a great black man, Terence Bud Crawford. Let's all give him his respect and let's salute Terence Bud Crawford. It is his birthday, and so I wanted to show my respects to Terence Bud Crawford. He does great things, great things in his community. He's a great father to his kids, and we gotta commend things like that. We gotta commend things like that outside of the ring. So definitely salute and happy birthday to Terence Bud Crawford. And we're gonna talk about all of this. And like I said, when you come in the building, make sure that you smash on the like button when you come in the building. Smash on the like button. Also, we got on October the 30th, I believe it is. Let me check that one more time for y'all. I believe it's on October the 30th. October the 30th, you got Dillian Whyte versus Otto Wallin. Now, I don't like Dillian Whyte. I can't stand him. Dillian Whyte been out here talking a lot of shit. But one thing about Dillian Whyte, he talks shit about everybody. He talks shit about Anthony Joshua. He said Anthony Joshua is just a whole fucking weirdo. He was like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. He was like, man, he's just a fucking weird guy. He's a fucking weirdo. He talks shit about, everybody know he talks shit about Wilder. I want Wilder to put hands on him so bad. He been talking shit about Tyson Fury lately. So one thing I do gotta say about Dillian Whyte ugly ass is he keep it even around the board. You know what I'm saying? He talks shit about everybody. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? He talks shit about everybody. Now, he about to go up against Otto Wallin on October the 30th. Now, I'm looking at that fight, and I say, that is a dangerous fight that's a dangerous fight That is a dangerous fighter. And y'all hit the like button. Everybody in the building hit the like button. FBA 7B1. What's happening with it? Free Smoke, salute. Phil J 508, salute. Rolling Red, salute. Like I said, that's a dangerous fight. That is a very dangerous fight for Dillian Whyte. Otto Wallin, he can fight. You know what I'm saying? We seen what he did to Tyson Fury. We seen him give Tyson Fury hell. And, you know, he's going on to show that it's not no joke, that he wasn't no fluke. The dude can fight. Let me pull up his resume. So, let me see if So, since he fought Tyson Fury, he fought Travis Kaufman and knocked him out. Kaufman he's a solid, you know what I'm saying, like a journeyman fighter. You know what I'm saying? Kaufman he's a solid journeyman fighter. He's not no bum to where any heavyweight just gonna go in there and knock him out. Then he fought Dominic Breazeale. Everybody knows who Dominic Breazeale is. And he beat Dominic Breazeale up and got the unanimous decision against Dominic Breazeale. So that's what Otto Wallin has done since he fought Tyson Fury. And we all seen, you know, the tough fight that he gave Tyson Fury. Cut Tyson Fury, busted it up bad. A lot of people feel like that fight should have been stopped. A lot of people feel like Otto Wallin should have won that Tyson Fury fight because that fight should have been stopped. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. I don't really look too much in it because, I mean, it wasn't stopped and Tyson Fury won. So I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? But Otto Wallin ain't no joke. So I'm saying all of that to say this. Dillian Whyte. Do y'all think that Dillian Whyte can beat Otto Wallin? Otto Wallin is 22 wins, 1 loss, and that was the Tyson Fury, and 14 KOs he has out of his 22 wins. Do y'all think that he can, you know what I'm saying? Oh, snap. Cassandra Mason, Queen. You know what? I didn't even read your whole, I just seen, I kind of glanced against your, up with your comment. I glanced at it. Happy birthday to the Queen, Cassandra Mason. Cassandra Mason, happy birthday to the Queen, Cassandra Mason. Cassandra, drop your Cash App in the comment section. Drop your Cash App. If you have Cash App, Cassandra, drop your Cash App because I can shoot you something. And, you know, if anybody else want to send the Queen, Cassandra Mason, something for her birthday, you know, in her Cash App. And, you know, she wanted it day one. She been here with me since day one. You know, she one of the first ones that's been here. So, Cassandra, if you want to, drop your Cash App in there so everybody can, you know, wish you a happy birthday properly. So, yeah, so Cassandra Mason has the same birthday as Bud Crawford. Yeah, you know, a great man in Bud Crawford and a great Queen Cassandra Mason. Birthdays on the same day. Who would ever thought that? September the 28th, babies. Yes. Yes. So like I said, do anybody in here who y'all got? I want to know. Because I think I might be siding with Otto Wallin. Because to me, if Dillian Whyte, if he can't hurt Otto Wallin, like, you know what I'm saying, Dillian Whyte, he can punch. You dig what I'm saying? Dripping sauce, salute. Dillian Whyte, he can punch. Macadon 1, salute. He can punch. Otto Wallin, right? If he can't hurt Otto Wallin, and Otto Wallin ain't never been stopped. You see what I'm saying? I'm leaning towards Wallin in this fight. DP Rocket said he got Wallin. Who y'all leaning towards, Dillian Whyte versus, you know what I'm saying, Otto B. Wallin? Who y'all got? Who y'all got? Dillian Whyte versus Otto Wallin. And Cassandra, drop that Cash App in that link. Dillian Whyte versus Otto Wallin. Who do y'all got? Nitty G off in the building. DP Rocket say Dillian overhyped. And I think later on, when I talk about the welterweight division and who do y'all think is gonna come out king in the welterweight division, I'm gonna open the phone lines and I'm gonna open the phone lines up later on. So we got Andrew. Andrew 100. He says Wallin. FBA 7B1. He got Wallin. DP Rocket. Let me see. Nitty G say he got Wallin. Everybody got Wallin right now. Everybody got Otto Wallin beating Dillian Whyte. Ray Smith said he got Otto Wallin. Yeah, man. Everybody rolling with me on this one. KG said he got Otto Wallin. Yes. Now, everybody looking like they got Otto Wallin so far. You know what I'm saying? It's looking unanimous. Everybody got Otto Wallin going out there and beating Dillian Whyte's ass. And I hope so. You know what I'm saying? We can finally shut his ass up. On the screen right here, we got Cassandra Mason. It is her birthday. Show her some love. She dropped that's her Cash App right there. So I'm gonna go on here. Let me pull up my Cash App and I'm gonna send Cassandra something. Like I said, she been a day one supporter. She supported the channel since the beginning. Let me see. Let me find my Cash App so I can send Miss Cassandra something. Hold on. Let me see. Where my Cash App at? Damn. Here it is. Let me see. Give me a second, y'all. Let me go ahead and hook Cassandra up. All right, Cassandra, let me know if you got it. I sent you something. So if anybody wanna, show love to the Queen Cassandra and send her something in the Cash App, there her Cash App is right there. Cash App is right there on the screen. If anybody wanna send her something and show some love. Hey, DP Rocket, man, I was scrolling through the internet. I think I was on Facebook, and it was on the ad that popped up on Facebook, man. When I seen it, I was like, man, I got to get that. I was like, a red Lakers hat? I got to cop that. Yes, sir. Cassandra, DP Rocket said he got you on Thursday, Cassandra. So, yeah. If y'all need to take a screenshot of it or whatever, show some love to the Queen Cassandra Mason. It's her birthday. No doubt, Cassandra, no doubt. Like I said, you've been one of the day one supporters. But yeah, so Otto Wallin versus, versus pigeon-toed, slew-footed ass Dillian Whyte. I'm picking Otto Wallin. It seems like that everybody in the building is picking Otto Wallin. So yeah, that's on October the 30th. That's another solid fight that we got. We got so many solid fights. It's hard to keep up with them. Now, I want to know what Jermall Charlo is going to do next. What's up with Jermall Charlo? You know what I'm saying? Who he going to fight next? I heard somebody, I think I might have been watching Blue Blood, or maybe I can't remember who I was watching, and somebody threw out there that Jermall, it might have been might have been 78. It might have been Black Fight. I can't remember who I was watching, right? But somebody threw out there that somebody threw out there at 160 pounds. It might have been Barbershop Conversation. I don't know. Somebody I was watching, right? Somebody had threw out there that Jermall Charlo might face Lara next, right? Jermall Charlo against Lara at 160. That is a hell of a fight if that went down. Jermall Charlo versus Lara at 160. To me, I think that would be Jermall Charlo's toughest fight to this date. And right off the rip, I don't know. I can't really choose who I would pick in that fight. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know because Lara is old, a lot older. I think Lara probably like 39 now. So Jermall Charlo has a huge age advantage on Lara. I wouldn't say that Lara is in his absolute prime no more. He's not at the peak of his career no more because I think Lara was, he was in his prime way back in 2013, when he fought Canelo Alvarez. But Lara can still fight, But the one thing to me is Lara don't move as much as he used to. He don't have the legs like he used to. Now, if he could pull off who did I just seen that I didn't think had no legs? Oh yeah. Now, one fighter that we didn't think had no legs left in him, right? Because in Macados, Macados supported Cassandra Mason. Salute to you, Macados. Always coming through on some real. Like I said, I didn't think that ugly ass Rigondeaux. I didn't think that Rigondeaux had no legs no more. And Rigondeaux showed that he can run a marathon and then some. So if Lara can show that and I'm not talking about Lara need to go in there and do what Rigondeaux did, but if Lara can show that he still has the elusiveness and the legs under him, right? He can beat Charlo. Now, if Lara gonna stand in there and try to bang with Jermall Charlo, I don't see him beating Charlo. So that is a real 50-50 fight. That's a real 50-50 fight. And that is a solid fight. I've been on record for a long time saying that Jermall Charlo needs to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? Jermall Charlo needs to fight somebody. He ain't getting no more passes from me. He needs to really fight somebody. You feel what I'm saying? Jermall Charlo needs to fight somebody, and he don't need no more passes. What do y'all see going down in that fight if Lara and Jermall Charlo do lock up? I want to hear this. I want to see who y'all got. In the comment section, who do y'all got? If Jermall Charlo and Lara lock up, who y'all got? Who y'all got in that fight? That's a hell of a fight. Let me know who y'all got in that fight. Tough fight. A tough fight for both. No more passes, Cassandra. Not at all. DP Rocket say split decision either way. Macadon one say Charlo. Cassandra says lines only her way. All right. Now I'm gonna say this. If Lara was in his prime, I'm going with Lara all day. Charlo couldn't fuck with Lara in his prime. Lara in his prime was on another level. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't fuck with, but now, like I said, now that he slowed down, in recent fights, we haven't seen him use his legs like that. So it's a tough fight. We don't really know how he gonna come in. We don't know how he gonna come in. Elias Adamick, he said he got Lara. Macadon one say it's a 50-50 though. You gotta pick. Y'all gotta pick one. Look at me telling y'all gotta pick, and I ain't even said I ain't even said who I officially picked. Juan Ramos, I already know one. I know, and salute to you, Juan. I already know Juan was gonna go with Jermall. You know what I'm saying? Juan gonna go with Jermall all day, every day. It don't matter who it is. You know what I'm saying? He's staying down with the Houston. H-Time. What's happening with it, Coach? What's good? Coach say Jermall too big and strong for Laura. For Laura, he said Laura too small and don't punch hard enough. Yeah, it could go like that. It could go like that. But I'm letting you know right now, if Laura can find his legs and the looseness like Rigondeaux did in his last fight, he can give, you know what I'm saying? He give Jermall Charlo some real problems. And don't forget, you saying that Laura don't punch hard enough. Laura punch hard enough. He punched. Hey, don't get it twisted. Laura can punch. He ain't got like devastating knockout power, but Jermall don't neither. Jermall Charlo, I mean, who he done knocked out at 154, at 160. You know what I'm saying? Laura got respectable power. You ain't just finna just walk through Laura's shit like that, unless you Jarrett Hurd. But you know, we seen what happened to Jarrett Hurd after taking punishment after punishment like that. You know what I'm saying? And his career is going downhill real fast. And I like Jarrett Hurd, but I'm just telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Laura got respectable power, Coach. Ain't now one of them got just, you know what I'm saying, just devastating knockout power. Now one of them do. So that's a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? And I really, what I would have to do is I would really have to sit down and think about that fight. I am Trill Will off in the building. What's happening with it? What's good with you? Ill Will, who you got? If they lock up and they make this fight happen, Laura versus Jermall Charlo, who you got? I want to know. Yeah, so everybody, like I said, put your picks. Everybody put y'all picks in the comment section. Laura versus Jermall Charlo, if they make the fight happen. And they need to make this fight happen. You know what I'm saying? They gotta make this fight. I mean, who else? Jermall Charlo ain't fighting nobody else. That's a great fight. Laura then moved up to 160. He already had a devastating knockout at 160. You know, a nice introduction. So yeah, make it go down. You know Triple G, sorry, yeah, he ain't fighting nobody. Him and Murata fighting all the way in December. You know what I'm saying? What kind of shit is that? You got Chris Eubank. He finna fight next weekend, so he off the table. Who else you got at 160 that's open? I mean, he needs to be fighting somebody like Daniel Jacobs. That's the fight that needs to happen because we already know he don't want no parts of Dudu Andrade, right? And Dudu got a fight coming up. I heard he fighting another one of them other UK dudes, something, I don't know, man. You know, but don't nobody else want to fight him, so he got an excuse. Stormy B, man, he said he got Laura. Yeah, Stormy, I mean, that's a fight that I really, really got to look into because that's really a 50-50 fight. And if Laura can go back to the old Laura and be able to move his legs and show his elusiveness, yeah, Charlo can't fuck with him. But if Laura stand in front of Charlo and just, you know what I'm saying, try to fight in the pocket like that, yeah, I'll pick Charlo. KG Alexander says, look, Key, if Maul fighting Laura, he better up his output and really use his jab and body work. If it's Laura from 3 years ago, it would be an easier choice for me. But right now, I don't know. It's a toss-up. Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel the same way, man. Because if Laura can go back to using his legs and them angles and throwing from all type of, you know, different crazy angles and his elusiveness and his defense, yeah, Charlo Charlo can't beat him. He can't beat that version of Laura. But if Laura try to go in there and beat a version of Laura that fought Jarrett Hurd, Charlo gonna fuck him up. if he tried to go in there and fight Charlo like he did Jared Hurd, nah, that version of Lara can't beat Charlo. Big Money said, y'all boys out y'all mind. Y'all really sleeping on Jermall. Man. Charlo broke his hand in both his last fights. Bro, y'all sleep. Nah, I'm not sleep. I'm not sleep. I've been watching Charlo. I've been watching Charlo for a long time. I know what Charlo can do well, and I know what he lacks. I know what he lacks in his arsenal, and I know exactly what he do well. See, I've studied Jermall Charlo. So I know exactly what he do well and what he can't do well. Coach said he thought they was both with Ronnie Shields. Nah, Lara don't training with. He not training with Ronnie Shields no more. Juan Ramos say Maul hit harder than anybody that Lara done fought recently. Yeah, he hit harder than anybody than Lara that fought recently. But I mean, shit, Lara been beating everybody he didn't fought recently. He said, tell Triple G and them give bro a chance. Man, Triple G, sorry ass. He been ducking Jermall Charlo for a long time. I just left that shit alone, man. I don't even talk about Triple G over here. That motherfucker, he's so, you know what I'm saying? He's so through with. I ain't thinking about no Triple G. Fuck a Triple G. Triple G, Abel Sanchez said a long time ago on Dante's Boxing Nation that Triple G will never fight Jermall Charlo, and Triple G would never fight Demetrius Andrade, right? Once Triple G left Abel Sanchez, after he fought Dinner Rolls, Cassandra heard Triple G, she letting everybody know she's still in the building. She ain't going nowhere. Cassandra don't play about Triple G. She do not play about no Triple G, but she know how I feel about Triple G. Triple G, after he fought Dinner Rolls, he got on the podium at the press conference and told everybody when they asked him about fighting Jermall Charlo and Demetrius Andrade, he said no. He said he not fighting them. He said it's up and coming talent that he needs to, or some bullshit he said. He ducked straight out. He told everybody that he wasn't going to fight them ever. So, you know what I'm saying? He backed up exactly what Abel Sanchez had been saying when he was under Abel Sanchez. So we see Triple G don't want to fight nobody. If you not Canelo Alvarez, right? He's obsessed with Canelo. It's like, man, leave Canelo alone. Stop chasing the Canelo payday. You can't beat that man. Leave that man alone. You know what I'm saying? But if it ain't Canelo Alvarez, it gotta be a fucking cook in the back of Denny's. That's all Triple G. If it ain't Canelo Alvarez, well, then give him the cook that work in the back of Denny's that, you know what I'm saying, is known for having street fights. You dig what I'm saying? Come on now. Stop. Stop with the bullshit. Cut the bullshit out. Triple G, man, he just make me sick talking about him. Real talk. Triple G really make me sick even having to talk about him because he full of shit. If it's anybody that's full of shit in the sport of boxing, it's Triple G. Like, come on, man. For real. Now he fighting Murata. Only reason he want to fight Murata is he know that Murata is a rock'em sock'em robot. Murata gonna stand right in front of him and ain't gonna fucking move. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're a rock'em sock'em robot that's gonna stand right in front of Triple G, those type of opponents are tailor-made for him. You know what I'm saying? Those type of opponents are tailor-made for him. Look throughout his whole career. He either fight motherfuckers that straight up dudes that, you know what I'm saying, you ain't never heard of before. Come on, man. I don't want to be disrespectful, but man, who is Dominique Wade? Y'all ain't never heard of Dominique Wade since Triple G brought him out. You ain't heard of him since then. Who is Steven Rose? Where are you finding these dudes at? Come on, man. Triple G loved him, dude. He loved them motherfuckers that he could just beat up on. He the dude don't want no type of challenge. And the only reason he fought Canelo is because Canelo was, you know what I'm saying, the money man. He knew he was gonna get a big bag from Canelo. Other than that, he wouldn't have never wanted no parts of Canelo. Hey, KG said not the Denny's cook. I mean, where else he find these dudes at? You supposed to be on you supposed to be the greatest thing, you know what I'm saying? They was talking about he was better than Sugar Ray Robinson. You know what I'm saying? He was better than Roy Jones when Roy Jones was there. He was better than who else they say? He was better than Marvelous Marvin Hagler. He was this and he was that. Man, come on. He was all of that, right? But y'all had to search, y'all had to go to France and shit and search for opponents for him. Come on, man. What's good with it? World Combat in the building. What's happening with it? Y'all make sure that y'all go sub to World Combat Sports. Scotty in the building. And Tyrone Spencer, salute to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Bud. He shared a lot of look like he shared birthday with a few people. Baby Quan. They are talking about, you know what I'm saying? It's a rumor that Jermall Charlo might fight Lara. So don't go running off and saying, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I was on Everything Boxing, and he said that Lara and Jermall Charlo, that shit final. I'm just saying it's a rumor. And I'm speaking on who people got if they do make that fight happen, because I don't see who else you gonna put in there for Lara or Jermall Charlo. What other fight is better to be made with available opponents? Now, like I said, I would love to see Jermall Charlo fight Daniel Jacobs, but don't anybody even know what's going on with Daniel Jacobs. The last couple performances that Daniel Jacobs put on, you know what I'm saying, that motherfucker got beat by Gary Rosado. Come on. Picasso, what's happening with it? Salute. But yeah, so that's a hell of a that is a hell of a fight if they make it happen. Hopefully we do get that fight. Now let's go ahead and get into it. Like I told y'all, and y'all hit the like button. Everybody in the building, smash on the like button. Make sure that you smash on the like button. So before I get to the main topic, and we're gonna talk about this welterweight division. And like I said, once again, happy birthday to Terence Bud Crawford. Let's show him his respect. A great man, a great black father to his kids. And so let's all salute Terence Bud Crawford. But before we break down this welterweight division, right, and who gonna be king in the welterweight division, the smoke clears, let's talk about the lightweight division. Let's talk about the 135-pound weight division, right? Because 135 got a lot of young talent, right? And I'm going to name them off. If I miss anybody, y'all make sure that y'all let me know. We got Devin the Dream Haney. We got Gervonta Tank Davis. We also got Ryan Garcia. We got Teofimo Lopez. We got Vasil Lomachenko. Let's not forget Lomachenko, right? And you could throw Jojo Diaz in there. And I would say Javier Fortuna, but Fortuna already got beat by Jojo Diaz. So 6 opponents, 6 of them, right? Who, and after this, I'm opening up the phone lines. Right? So at 135, when all of the smoke clears, you got Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Jojo Diaz, Ryan Garcia, Vasil Lomachenko, and Teofimo Lopez with all of the belts except for the WBC belt. Now you got 6. I named off 6 top world-class, you know what I'm saying, young, hungry lions. Who, after all the smoke clears at 135, who goes on to have the best career and who goes on to be king at 135 pounds. So who goes on to have the best overall career and who goes on to be king at 135. Yeah, let me hear who y'all picking in the chat. We got, so Coach, he said he rolling with Devin Haney over everybody. Juan said he rolling with Tank. Let me get y'all, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Let me get y'all answers in the chat. Rolling Red said he rolling with Tank. And then I'm going to tally it up. And then I'm going to give my opinion. I'm going to tally it up after everybody put their answers in. I'm going to give my opinion. Uppercuts Boxing Nation say Devin Haney. Cassandra Mason say she got Tank. Tyrone Spencer say he got Devin Haney. Baby Quan say he got Teofimo. Soldier of God say he got Haney. World Combat, who you got? My man Scotty, who you got? Everybody put their answers in the chat. And salute to Uppercuts Boxing Nation. If you're not sub to Uppercuts Boxing Nation on Facebook, make sure that y'all go to Uppercuts Boxing Nation and go like the group on Facebook. Go like his page. World Combat said he got Tio. He said he got Teofimo Lopez. Rolling Red said Tank hit too hard. Floyd just need to let him fight. Who do y'all got? Who gonna come out? Who's gonna have the best career when it's all said and done? And who's gonna come out king at the 135-pound division when it's all said and done? Who is it gonna be? We got Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Vasil Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia, and JoJo Diaz. So ain't nobody rolling with Lomachenko, ain't nobody rolling with Ryan Garcia, ain't nobody rolling with JoJo Diaz. So everybody pretty much got Tank or Devin Haney right now. Ain't nobody rolling with Teofimo Lopez, except for what, 2 people? Let me see what y'all got. Like I said, let me see what y'all got, and then I'm gonna cook on this. I'm gonna cook on it. Stormy B-Man said he got Tank. World Combat says T.O. and Tank close one. You already picked. You picked T.O. SWAT TX say Haney. Johnny Cash say he got T.O. Show Me say he got Devin Haney. Okay. Now, and y'all can continue to put y'all picks in here. Harry Jones Jr. said he got Tank. He said he got Tank. Smooth Grove said Tank maybe. So, and y'all can continue to put y'all picks in there. Now, let me think, right? Let me think. It's tough because it ain't easy, right? But I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to stick to what I've always said. I'm going to stick to what I've always said. Well, you know what? I got 2. You know what? I got 2 different answers. I got 2 different answers because I asked 2 different questions. I said, when the smoke clears, who will be the king at 135 pounds? When all the smoke clears, right? Then I'll also ask, career-wise, out of all these guys, who will end up having the best career? Now, when I got 2 different answers. When all of the smoke clears at 135, I'm going to have to roll with Teofimo Lopez. He's already fought Nakatani. He already fought Richard Comey. And he already fought Vasil Lomachenko, right? Do I see him fighting Devin Haney? I really don't. I don't see him fighting Devin Haney, right? I don't really see him fighting Devin Haney. I don't see him fighting Tank Davis at 135 because Floyd and them ain't going to let that happen, right? So I think that when all the smoke clears, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these fights I don't think that we're gonna get. So I think that right now Teofimo has 3 belts. I don't think that none of them other dudes are gonna be able to hold 3 belts at 135 pounds before they, you know what I'm saying, move up. I don't, and I'm just keeping it 100. I don't think that nobody else, after Teofimo Lopez moves up and do what he gonna do, I don't think that nobody else at 135 is gonna hold 3 belts. So that's gonna leave him to, you know what I'm saying, with the crown. When he move up, he gonna move up still undefeated with that crown. You dig what I'm saying? Now, as when you look at an entire career, when you look overall at the entire career, and I'm gonna name them again: Vasyl Lomachenko, Devin Haney, Tank Davis, Ron Garcia, Jojo Diaz, and Teofimo Lopez. When I look at an entire career, who is going to have the best career out of all of these guys, right? Don't mean that I think they're the best right this moment, right? But when the smoke clears, I got Devin Haney. I got Devin Haney having a better career than all of them. Now, is it a landslide? I don't see it being no landslide. I think if I had to pick between 2 to have the best career out of all of them, I would have to pick Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney, right? But I'm going with Devin Haney. And the reason I'm going with Devin Haney, right? The reason I'm going with Devin Haney to have the best career out of them 6 dudes that I named that's at 135 pounds right now, I'm going to tell you my reason I'm going with Devin Haney. The reason I'm going with Devin Haney is because Devin Haney, besides Vasyl Lomachenko, has the best discipline out of all these guys, out of all of them. He don't drink, he don't smoke, and he's always ready. He ain't got to get ready. You know what I'm saying? He stay ready. He always stay in shape. He's continuing to learn new things all the time, and he has supreme focus. And another reason I'm going with Devin Haney is because Devin Haney been seeing money since he was a little kid. So money don't hold the same value to Devin Haney as the rest of these guys. And what I mean by when I say that is some of these dudes you got to worry about, okay, when they really do start getting big money, how the fuck they gonna act? You know what I'm saying? We've seen how Tank Davis act when he started getting money. We know that Tank Davis is not nowhere near, out of none of these guys on here, Tank Davis has probably shown that he's the least disciplined. Tank Davis and Jojo Diaz. But I don't put Jojo Diaz up there with them guys, but I had to name the top at 135. So I put him in there, right? And he's a solid fighter. But as far as everybody I named, Tank Davis has shown that he is the least disciplined. Devin Haney is the most disciplined out of all these guys. Like I said, he don't drink, he don't smoke. He always trains. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know like how Devin Haney get down in the club. I got a partner that's, you know what I'm saying, been in the club with Devin Haney, kicking it with him several times. You know what I'm saying? They tight like that. And he said that Devin Haney the whole night, and he named a lot of your favorite fighters, even these up-and-coming young fighters, right? And I'm not finna name no names. He done told me stories to where they didn't have to get carried out the club. They didn't have to put a sheet over their head because so people wouldn't know who they was. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about Errol Spence, so don't try to make no assumption. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about other younger fighters, right? That I'm not gonna name their names. And he said Devin Haney be in the club and all he drink the whole night is water. You know what I'm saying? That's all he drink is Voss water the whole night. Chill, have fun. and he'll leave the club and he'll go train. So none of these dudes is having discipline like that, especially at Devin Haney's age. Devin Haney has the discipline of Floyd Mayweather. Now, when you look back at Floyd Mayweather, now am I comparing him to Floyd Mayweather? No, I'm not. Not at all. But when you look back at Floyd Mayweather, right? It was a lot of guys that had more talent than Floyd. They really did. But Floyd continued to learn. He continued to stay disciplined. He continued to learn, continued to stay disciplined. And after so many years, he was just, light years ahead of everybody because he had the focus and the discipline, and he didn't let nothing distract him. And I see that in Devin Haney. I really do. Out of all these guys, I see that in Devin Haney. Right now, do I think that Devin Haney has the most talent out of all these guys? No, not right now, but he will. You know what I'm saying? He will, because discipline, focus, discipline and being focused like him, it'll beat talent over the long run. So that's why I picked Devin Haney to have the most illustrious career out of all these fighters. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the fighters that I named, that's why I picked Devin Haney. That's my reasoning. Let me get through some of y'all comments. And it wasn't easy. It's not an easy choice. Let me see. Brown on Boxing says Tio Lopez is a sucker to me. But see, I don't put how I feel about a fighter when I'm making these decisions. I look at strictly how good the fighter is. Teofimo Lopez, a lot of people don't like how he moves. A lot of people think he be on some sucker shit. But at the end of the day, can't nobody tell me the motherfucker can't fight. Can't nobody tell me he's not talented. Can't nobody tell me he's not one of the best athletically gifted fighters out of all these fighters. Like he is. But his mental, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know one thing, he don't have the discipline and the focus that Devin Haney had. World Combat Sports says Tio will peak out as a 4th division champion, 135, 140, 147, and 154. I don't know, bro. I real talk, World Combat. I don't know. Because of the simple fact is that say 140, I agree with you at 140. But say he move up to 147 and you got Virgil Ortiz and Jerron Ennis at that point in time still at 147 ruling the division. Nah. Not at all. He not fucking with neither one of them. Not now, not never. And then you say 154, Teofimo Lopez. Nah, man. He ain't like if he go up to 154, that's like late in his career, and he ain't nothing but a journeyman by that time. And the only reason he moved up to 154 is because he out of shape and he old. Like Teofimo Lopez, he only like 5'6". 5'7" at the most. Ain't no way Teofimo Lopez is finna go up to 154 and be dominant and be a champion at 154 later on in his career. I don't see it. Like I said, is it impossible? No, it's not impossible. I just don't see it. Diverse conscience, what's happening with it? Salute. But yeah, I don't see that. But in real talk, I don't even see Teofimo Lopez beating Josh Taylor. I don't see it. I don't see Teofimo Lopez beating Josh Taylor. I really don't. He had a very tough fight when Vasyl Lomachenko decided to fight. Vasyl Lomachenko gave him everything he could handle. Now, did Tio win that fight? To me, clearly, yeah, he won that fight, clearly. But Vasil Lomachenko gave him everything that he could handle when he finally picked up and started fighting in round 7. You know what I'm saying? Now, I say that to say this. Lomachenko, you know what I'm saying, tried to fight Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor gonna school him. He too big. And I know it's different matchups and different styles, but I don't see Teofimo Lopez dominating past 140. And if he go up to 140 and try to fight Josh Taylor, he gonna get an L against Josh Taylor, to me. A lot of people sleep on Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor can fight. I don't know why y'all sleeping on Josh Taylor with this, you know, Tank shit and everybody like Josh. Y'all sleeping on Josh Taylor can fight. World Combat says they said Tank would move. They said Tank wouldn't move up to 140, so it's possible. Manny Pac isn't that tall. DSG, etc. And DSG, he a lot bigger than Teofimo Lopez, and he taller than Teofimo Lopez. Mark B. Sharrock, what's happening with it? Coach said Teo can't beat Regis. Yeah, he can't beat Regis or Josh Taylor. If Teo tried to go to 140 right now, he got 2 cats at 140 right now. Then I'll be willing to put whatever money you want to bet. He ain't beating neither one of them. FBA 7B1, he says, Loma, right? He says, y'all tripping. That man, he said that man a even fighting to 10th round. He said, you call that opposition. Y'all hype these fighters up so bad. He said, then you could only name 2 names, and that's subjective. I don't know what you're talking about. He might be talking to somebody else. Cassandra, you said you got Teofimo beating Josh Taylor. I can't see that. I can't see that. Catman 785, he said Josh Taylor a fucking dog. Man, y'all, I can't see that. Josh Taylor can go. Josh Taylor can fight. And then y'all gotta think, we forgetting about somebody, right? We forgetting about Gary Antoine Russell. We forgetting about Gary Antoine Russell. Because somebody gonna have to see Gary Antoine Russell sometime, right? If Teofimo Lopez think he gonna make his way at 140, he gonna have to eventually see Gary Antoine Russell. And I don't see none of them niggas beating Gary Antoine Russell. Gary Antoine Russell is a problem. I don't see none of them beating Gary Antoine Russell. Show me say Teofimo had problems with Nakatani's height. You see what I'm saying? And he did. He had problems with Nakatani. Now, Lomachenko went and he made Nakatani look like a goddamn journeyman. Beat the dog shit out of him. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't see none of them fucking with Gary Antoine Russell. Look at Gary Antoine Russell right now, and he early in his career, right? He ain't got that much fights under his belt. Imagine a year and a half, 2 years from now, what Gary Antoine Russell gonna be looking like. Ain't none of them dudes finna want to see him. So it's a lot of smoke. It's a lot of smoke right there. That's why I'm going with, Devin Haney to have the best overall career out of all them dudes that I named at 135. He just got the utmost discipline. He can stay at the weight division for longer, and he's going to continue to get better and better. He's going to continue to get better and better. The verse conscious say Josh Taylor is nice. People sleeping on Josh. What's happening with it? Knockout Boxer 86 TV off in the building. And y'all hit my like button. Y'all smash on my like button. If you ain't smashed the like button yet, smash the like button. Knockout say, salute, bro. He said, YouTube on that BS. I didn't get your notification, but I'm here. Like button, smash it. Yeah, man. They be on some bullshit, man. YouTube be on some bullshit with me. I'm telling you. But yes. Let me see. World Combat says not totally true. Depends on how the belts are sitting at 140. I mean, yeah, you right. You right. World Combat. He could, like you said, like I mean, that's right. Like at Josh Taylor he could go to 140. You know what I'm saying? If he stay away from Josh Taylor. Now that's what I'm saying. If he go to 140 and go straight to the smoke and try to fight Josh Taylor, he gonna get an L. But if he go to 140 and he stay away from Josh Taylor, and he pick up, somebody else got a belt, and he pick up, I don't think he could beat Jose Ramirez. If Jose Ramirez plan on staying at 140, I don't see him beating Jose Ramirez neither. But he could pick up a belt, New York Rican say, I don't got nothing against Usyk, but people saying he pound for pound. First of all, heavyweights are not pound for pound. He only got one name, one good name. He says that's disrespectful to the rest of with better resume. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, right? And I'm gonna just keep it all the way funky with y'all. Y'all should have known when a white fighter, you know what I'm saying? This is just 100. This is just real. When a white fighter win a heavyweight title, or y'all seen what they did with Tyson Fury. When Tyson Fury won the heavyweight title, they immediately put him on the pound for pound list. Right? Immediately put him on the pound for pound list. Right? So we see what it is. Now, in defense for Usyk, right? Because I was thinking, it's crazy you brought that up, because I was thinking about this the other night just to myself. Because I've been hearing a lot of people say, is Usyk number one pound for pound? Usyk number one pound for pound. Now, in defense for Usyk, a lot of people don't know the cruiserweight division. Usyk, he beat a lot of solid cat. He beat some solid dudes. He beat the best of the best because he had to go through a whole Super 8 tournament at the cruiserweight division. And he came out when all the smoke cleared. That's what we're talking about today. When all of the smoke clears, who will come out on top? When all of the smoke cleared, he was the one that came out on top in the cruiserweight division, right? He fought the best of the best, and he fought some solid. It wasn't some of them dudes that he beat at cruiserweight division, they were solid. You know what I'm saying? He fought some dangerous cats in the cruiserweight division and whooped them all, right? Also, when he moved up to heavyweight, he beat Anthony Joshua. Now, regardless of, when we break down Anthony Joshua, regardless of how I feel about Anthony Joshua, I feel that, he's not a top heavyweight. He's shown it, and he's shown it more than one time, right? His career was moved very carefully, but regardless of that, he went and he schooled Anthony Joshua. He schooled him. As far as the lesson that he put on Anthony Joshua, he beat him worse than anybody did. I mean, you can say Andrew Ruiz, but Andrew Ruiz was just dropping him and shit. You know what I'm saying? And beat him up, But as far as a 12-round boxing lesson and a boxing clinic, he put a 12-round boxing clinic on Anthony Joshua. So he did that. So he conquered the cruiserweight division and fought solid competition, and he moved up and he beat Anthony Joshua in his defense. So people do have an argument when you look at his resume, right? And what he did, right? What he did on this resume, people do have an argument to put him, high on the pound for pound list. Now, me personally, I don't put heavyweights on the pound for pound list. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't put heavyweights on the pound for pound list, but I ain't tripping. With the Usyk situation, man, I've heard worse shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just the most outrageous shit that I heard. I've heard a lot worse shit than putting Usyk on the, like, I thought it was ridiculous. I thought it was a lot more ridiculous when they put Tyson Fury on the pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? How can you put a fucking heavyweight that, you know what I'm saying, weigh 270, 280 pounds on the pound for pound list? That shit make no sense. You know what I'm saying? But then when Wilder was running through shit, beating the shit out of motherfuckers at the heavyweight division, coming in weighing 210 pounds, could easily move down and cut weight and go to cruiserweight, but ain't nobody want to put him on the pound for pound list. But you mean to tell me you could put a 280 pound man on the pound? No, man. Not so. This shit don't make no sense. So that's how I feel about the situation. Keep the heavyweights off of it. World Combat said Russell, and I think he talking about Gary Antoine Russell, is a dog with it for sure. He says it's 4 sanctioning bodies, and Josh Taylor won't have all them belts forever. You right. You right. You right. You know, so like I said, that's how I felt what you were saying. I had to go back and correct myself. You know, Teofimo Lopez, he could pick up a belt. Hidoglio said that's not Tio's fault that he started that Lomachenko started fighting in the 9th round. Yeah. He said, I'm making excuses. What excuse did you hear me make? Somebody let me know if you heard me make any excuse for anybody. What are you talking about? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I said when Lomachenko started fighting, right? I said he gave Teofimo Lopez problems. Did he or did he not? How am I making excuses for anybody? That's a fact. You need to learn what a fact from an excuse is. Anybody that saw that fight knows that. I didn't say that Lomachenko only lost because he waited too long to start fighting. That's an excuse. I said that anybody that watched the fight saw when Lomachenko finally started fighting, he gave Teofimo Lopez problems. Straight up. I don't understand where you getting an excuse out of that. Knockout says, nah, it ain't race for me. Usyk was undisputed at cruiserweight and actually defend his status before moving up, then beat the unified heavyweight champion in his 3rd heavyweight fight. He #1 to me. Now, like I said, Knockout, it's crazy because I'm just reading your comment right now. But if y'all heard my rebuttal, right, in defense of Usyk, so me and Knockout is pretty much saying the same thing. Knockout said this basically the same exact thing that I said in Alexander Usyk's defense, right? But I'm saying that I don't put heavyweights on the pound for pound list, right? Now, if you put heavyweights on the pound for pound list, I don't have no problem with you putting Usyk very high up there, right? Because you, like I said, them dudes that he fought at cruiserweight, he beat some killers at cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? And when the smoke cleared, he was the one that was standing over all of them. I just don't put heavyweights on the pound for pound list. You know, that's me. But the reason I said without I brought up the race is because you've seen what they did with Tyson Fury. So people are automatically, you know what I'm saying? If you a white champion and do some shit like they gonna automatically put you at the top of the pound for pound list. That's just what it is. Now, do I see Usyk? Is there an argument for him to be there? Yeah, it's an argument. Like he can fight, you know, and I respect what he did at the cruiserweight division. No doubt. Oh, Hidoglio said he wasn't talking to me. Okay. My bad. My fault. It's all good. Yeah. So, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? To me, if you couldn't put Wilder on the pound for pound, well, you know what I'm saying? And he fighting Like y'all got to understand, he weighing at 212, 210 pounds in some of these fights, it's knocking these dudes clean out. Dudes that's outweighing him by 40 and 50 pounds. So if I didn't put him on a pound for pound list, you know what I'm saying? If that ain't pound for pound, what is? So I'm not putting Usyk on there. That's just my opinion. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna post the I'm gonna open the phone lines up, right? Y'all hit the like button if y'all haven't hit the like button, and I'm gonna tell y'all, keep it short. Don't get on this phone and get to talking for 5 and 10 minutes. Keep it short. Now, we opening up the phone lines, and this is what the topic is. The topic is, right? First of all, we all want to show our respect to Terence Bud Crawford, because no matter how you feel about him, and no matter if you think he's the best, and you know what I'm saying, you don't like his resume or whatever, let's show love to Terence Crawford. First of all, it's his birthday. You know, he's a great black father. He is a great role model for young black fathers coming up, seeing what Terence Crawford has been doing, right? I believe Terence Crawford is 34 today. Let me see. I think he's 34. Let me make sure. I'm right. Let me make sure I'm right. Yeah, he's 34. Terence Crawford is 34 today, right? So the topic is, right, and I'm going to name the opponents. It's the same thing that we just did at 135, but I'm going to open up the phone lines, right? You got Terence Bud Crawford. You got Errol Spence, the big fish. You got Jerron Ennis. And you have Virgil Ortiz. The fighters that's on my thumbnail: Terence Crawford, Jerron Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, Errol Spence, right? You got 4. And then you got, and then I'm gonna give y'all the 5th. You got Sean Porter, because Sean Porter has a chance to upset all of this shit, right? So you got 5 welterweights. I'm gonna give y'all 5. Who, right, when all of the smoke clears at the welterweight division, and I'm gonna give y'all 2 questions. When all of the smoke clears at the welterweight division, first, who comes out the king of the welterweight division, right? And the king is having the best resume and having the best win on their resume, right? Because we can say belts, but belts, a lot of these belts ain't meaning shit nowadays. So having the best, let's just go because I don't even want to make it confusing. Who comes out with the best overall win on their resume, right? When the smoke clears, who is king at the welterweight division? And then the second answer, overall career, when everything is said and done at the welterweight division, we got all these fighters that I named. Who has the best overall career when everything is said and done? Now, I'm going to open up these phone lines. When I open up the phone lines, give me your answer and give me your reason why. That's all I need is your answer and your reason why. Now, here it is. I said, I'm going to open up the phone line. Hold on, my bad. Thought I posted it. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. What's happening with it, caller? Where you calling from? State your name. Hold on. Let me turn it up. All right, there you go. You good?
This knockout, bro. What's up, man?
What's happening with it? Knockout.
Man, I'm chilling, man. Love the topic, bro. I'm gonna be real quick. Jerron Ennis, bro.
And speak up a little bit. Speak into the phone a little bit louder. Knockout.
Here's why. Errol Spence is gonna come back. He's gonna end up beating Bud Crawford, he's gonna become undisputed. But then Errol Spence is gonna move up. While Errol Spence is moving up, Jerron Ennis is gonna become champion at 147. He's gonna be the agent Terence Bud Crawford. He's gonna be the agent Virgil Ortiz. He's gonna clear out 147. He's gonna catch Spence late in his career when Spence is already up at 160. Boots Ennis is gonna catch him late at 160. While Spence is the older guy, Boots gonna be in his prime at 28 years old. He's about 34, 35 years old. He's gonna catch Spence. He's gonna beat Spence toward the tail end of Spence's career. And Jerron Boots Ennis is gonna finish with both Terence Crawford and Errol Spence on his resume, on top of beating Virgil Ortiz and cleaning out 154. Jerron Boots Ennis will be the last man standing. I gotta go get back in the chat. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.
Knockout. Salute to you, knockout. Hey, he said Jerron Boots Ennis is going to end up beating Bud Crawford, and then he going to go and catch Errol Spence later in his career to have the most illustrious career out of all these fighters, right? He going to, when the smoke clears, it's going to be Jerron Boots Ennis. That's what Knockout say. Hey, that's bold, but it ain't crazy to say. And that's bold, but it ain't crazy to say that. Now, the phone lines is open. Let me get what y'all got on this. You know what I'm saying? What y'all got on this? Who is going to be, when the smoke clear, who is going to be? Like I said, the phone lines is open. Y'all welcome to call in and let me know what y'all got. That's, let me know what y'all got. Call in and I want to hear what y'all got on this and let me know why. That's yeah, man, that's a bold statement. That's a bold statement. Now, if Terence Crawford, right? If Terence Crawford goes out there and he knocks out Shawn Porter, I don't think he will do that. I'm keeping it true. I don't think that he's gonna knock out Shawn Porter at all. But if he does go out there and knock out Shawn Porter, does that change? And just type in the comments, just type in the comment section, right? If Terence Crawford go out there and knock out Shawn Porter, something that ain't nobody been able to do, does that change your assessment, knockout? Does that change everything for you, knockout? Because me personally, I don't think that he could go and knock out Shawn Porter. But if Terence Crawford go and knock out Shawn Porter, I think I think I'm gonna have to go with Terence Crawford. Because he knock out Shawn Porter, to me, I don't see nobody fucking with Crawford. If he can knock out Shawn Porter, I don't see nobody at 140. Not EJ, not none of them dudes. If he go out there and knock out Shawn Porter, do I think he gonna do that? No, but I'm just throwing it out there. Uppercut Boxing Nation say no. And like I said, the phone lines is open. Call in and give me your give me your take on this. Show Me says Boots Ennis is 24. He says Ennis 24 years old with 27 fights already. Yeah, he got a lot of fights, man. But I think that's actually a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I think nowadays we focus more on these fighters. These fighters should be fighting more. You know what I'm saying? If you go back to boxing, when boxing was really, you know what I'm saying, that dog-eat-dog sport, when boxing was really, you know what I'm saying, a motherfucking gladiator sport, you know what I'm saying, a dude, Jerron, in his age, they had that many fights and more, easily. Now, we looking at boxing nowadays, that shit has changed. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Boots, I don't think that Boots stopped Shawn Porter. I don't have none of them dudes stopping Shawn Porter. Boots ain't stopping Shawn, but that's my opinion. But boxing is different, so we kind of looking at boxing like we see Jerron Ennis being young and having the 27 fights or whatever. That's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing. Now, he needs to fight somebody fast. A lot of these dudes won't fight him. A lot of these dudes will not fight him. You know, I heard he finna fight Thomas Delorme next. That doesn't do nothing for me. Like, you go out there and you beat Thomas Delorme. I'm keeping it 100. Like, him beating Thomas Delorme, it don't mean shit to me. Who in here don't think that Jerron Ennis should be able to run through Thomas Delorme? Like, these fights like that, it's not doing nothing for me at all. I don't want to see that shit. Yeah, but man, I don't. That's not a fight that knockout. I feel you, but that's not a fight that does nothing to me. For me, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that, bro. That doesn't do nothing for me. Me seeing him beat Thomas Delorme. Does that make me think that if he goes out there and beats Thomas Delorme and gets Thomas Delorme up out of there, does that make me say, "Ooh, he just beat Thomas Delorme"? You know what? I think he might beat Errol Spence. You know what? I think he might beat Bud. You know what? I think he might beat Sean Paul. It don't do nothing for me at all. It's just a fight, you know what I'm saying? Like John Kramer said, it's just a keep busy fight. But a keep busy fight doesn't do nothing for me to basically, you know, put you above any of these other guys. It's not nothing spectacular to me. Because when I look at it, if I think that motherfucking Bud Crawford to go in there and stop Thomas Delorme. You know what I'm saying? Has he fought Thomas? No, he ain't fought him. I think that Errol Spence will go in there and do the same thing. I think that Keith Thurman will go in there and stop Thomas Delorme. I think that Virgil Ortiz will go in there and stop Thomas Delorme. So it don't do nothing for me for him to go in there and stop Thomas Delorme. It's just another fight. Cool. So the question was, it was a two-part question. Uppercuts. The question is, at 147 pounds right now, right? When all of the smoke clears, who is king? Who comes out king at 147, right? And that, and I gotta clarify that. Who comes out with the best win on their overall resume at 147? With the best win out of all these guys, the top fighters at 147, Virgil Ortiz, Terence Bud Crawford, Errol Spence. We're gonna throw Sean Porter in there, and we're gonna throw Jerron Ennis in there, right? Out of all of those five guys, who comes out as king at 147? And what I mean, who has the best overall win on their resume? Because we can say who has all the belts or not, but all these belts don't mean shit sometimes, right? The way that they do. And then the second part of the question is, when everything is said and done, who ends their career having the best overall career? What's good with it, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
What is Coach with that?
What's good with it, Coach?
Hey man, I got Errol. I got Errol.
And let us know why. What you think? What do you see Errol Spence doing?
I got Errol because he gonna end up fighting the best competition out of everybody. And I don't think that those younger guys right now I don't know about later, but right now, I don't think they got enough experience to deal with Errol right now. And Errol got that dog in him. We haven't seen them have to dig deep like Boots. We haven't seen them have to dig deep yet. We haven't seen Ortiz have to dig deep yet. We've seen Errol dig deep in more than one fight. Now, hopefully he come back and nothing affect his eyes, and that's how we'll, his next fight we'll be able to assess if he gonna be worrying about his eye getting hurt again or something like that. We don't know, But if he comes back like Errol, everybody in trouble. And if he's still with Blu-ray, everybody in trouble. So that's just my opinion.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, Coach. I appreciate you, Coach. Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
All right, Coach. All right. Yeah. So yeah, coach said he got so we got one Jerron Ennis, and then we got one Errol Spence. And salute to Kurt Anderson off in the building, the boxing historian in the building. Salute to you, Kurt. I hope you're feeling well today. He say nobody beating Crawford, not yet. Like I said, I'm pretty much waiting on this Sean Porter, right? I'm waiting on the Sean Porter fight because this Sean Porter fight is going to tell us everything we need to know about Terence Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? It's going to tell us everything we need to know, especially at 147, because you got to think, you fighting somebody that fought and gave everybody that I'm about to name a tooth and nails fight. You fight Sean Porter right next. He fought Keith Thurman, Kell Brook, Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? He done fought them all. Even the Andre Bertos, and he's fought them all. So this is the best opponent that Bud can fight right now, right? Besides Errol Spence, and, you know, that's going to let me know who you really are. You know what I'm saying? This next fight that Bud has is going to let everybody know who he really is. If you have a close tooth and nails fight with Sean Porter and you win a close bout, well, then you ain't no better than the rest of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? You win, you right there. You right there neck and neck with the Keith Thurmans. And I ain't going to say Keith Thurman now, but I'm saying Keith Thurman when he was in his prime, with Errol Spence and the rest of them. You not, but if you go out there and you dominate, right? You go out there and you dominate. Danny Garcia, and what's happening with it? Money Brown TV off in the building. And y'all go sub to Money Brown TV if y'all ain't ready to sub to him. Yeah, you right. He fought Danny Garcia, Ugis, Devin Alexander, Adrian Brunner, and I missed them. You know what I'm saying? So if Bud Crawford go out there and dominate, he ain't even got to get the knockout, right? If you get the knockout, to me, you put yourself above all of them. Even if you go out there and dominate. And when I say if you go out there and win 10-2, if you dominate Bud Crawford, you're putting yourself above the rest of the elites. Okay, Kurt. Yeah, I thought he did. I thought about it. It's crazy because I'm like, did he fight Delorme? But it was so long ago, I have forgot. Yeah, he did. He did KO Delorme. You're right. So that's not going to do nothing for me with Jerron Ennis. You go out there and you stop Delorme. Okay, well, you ain't did nothing special. It's just basically a stay busy fight. But anyway, if Crawford could do one of those two things that I just named, bruh, you're not like he puts himself above all of them. But if he can't, and he have a tooth and nails close victory over Sean Porter, we can't say that he's no better than Errol Spence or no better than Keith Thurman in his prime. You know what I'm saying? No better than Kell Brook in his prime. You can't say that. So this is going to let us know everything we need to know about Terence Bud Crawford. We ain't got too much longer to wait. That's why I love this fight. But Jay Cooley said nobody beating Crawford. Okay, same people saying that shit never worked for nothing. Bud playing Madden on rookie his whole career. I ain't gonna say all that, and salute to Jay Cooley. I ain't gonna say all of that. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say all that. I'm gonna give the man his respect. You know, I'm gonna give the man his respect. But and what's good with it? Lord to the game, boxing talk. Kwame in the building. But salute to, and make sure that y'all go sub to Lord to the Game Boxing Talk right here on YouTube. Let me see who calling. What's good with it, caller? State your name, where you calling from.
What's going on? This Pool Counter Boxing.
What's happening with it, Pool Counter?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, I'm going with Spence.
And let us know why you going with Spence.
because when it comes to the big fight competition, he just goes straight forward. He's plain and simple, and he don't try to make no excuses. And all these other fighters, when it comes to the tough competition, it's a little feedback on his kind of.
You good? We can hear you good though.
But when it comes to the tough competition, Earl ain't got no problems with it. He acknowledged Jerron Ennis. You know what I'm saying? And he's about to smoke. I like his warrior spirit. And I want to see that from the rest of the guys. Not trying to, strategically pick, through the division. And I look for that in fights. I just think Earl is just straight up. He'll fight anybody. I think Jerron Ennis is the next one.
Right. Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Right before I let you go, let me ask you this question. Right. What? Okay. When all the smoke clears, what spectacular do you see? Errol Spence doing that's going to be. What spectacular fight and win do you see him getting over all the rest of these guys? That's going, where he gonna walk off in the sunset better than the rest of these fighters.
Yeah, that could only be Terence Crawford.
So Bud, so you see him, eventually beating Bud Crawford.
Well, I don't know if he can or he can, but I know he wants that challenge.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Because nobody knows for sure. And let me see. He having all these injuries and stuff. It's kind of breaking his momentum. And I want to see Terence Crawford and Porter. I want to see how that look. And that'll kind of give me an idea of how, this Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford fight going to go.
Right. All right. Man, I appreciate you calling in, Pool Counter. Let everybody know where to find you at.
Say that again.
I said I appreciate you calling in. Let everybody know where to find you at.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Pool Counter Boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yeah, and everybody go sub to Pool Counter Boxing right here on YouTube. Yes, sir. I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah. All right, now, Keon.
All right, appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I missed your call while he was on there. Call back in. World Comeback. Here you go. Let me see. What's good with it, Scotty?
What's good, man?
What's happening? This Scotty, this World Combat Sports on the phone, y'all.
Yeah, who I'm going the best welterweight in this game right now is Terence Crawford. Ennis is the future for sure, but he ain't touching Terence Crawford right now. I'm glad he got the dog and the hunger to be up there with the top dogs. That's the way we're supposed to expect it from him. But let's not act like Sean Porter haven't went the distance his last 5 fights. He ain't knocked out none of them opponents. Outside of Berto, who is he knocked out? So people need to stop acting like he's going to come in here and knock out Terence Crawford. It ain't happening. It might be the other way around if you want to be serious about it.
Okay. So what's your take? What does Terence Crawford do to Sean Porter then?
Definitely, he's a better boxer. So it's potentially, Sean Porter, the one strength on Sean Porter, he can turn anything into a dog fight. But the strength that I see that everybody's underappreciating with Terence Crawford is, how strong he actually is. You know what I'm saying? He's strong. He's just as strong as Sean Porter. And it's going to show in this fight. Sean Porter's not going to be able to, push him up against the ropes and, dirty box or, rough him up and nothing like that. Terence Crawford is just as strong as Sean Porter.
and people are going to be amazed at how strong he truly is on the inside. So I think he's going to outbox Shawn Porter. He's going to put away some rounds easily. And it's not even going to be close when it goes to the scorecards, man. Shawn Porter went the distance his last 5 fights, man, outside Berto.
So what you say, 10-2, 9-3, more than that? What knockout? What you got?
Like I said before, it's not impossible for Terence Crawford to stop Shawn Porter. It's not. He has the styles to present Shawn Porter serious problem. You know, we saw how he looked in there against Ugas. And, you know, he fought very well against Danny Garcia because Danny Garcia matches up well for him to pull off that. You know what I'm saying? That game plan, that strategy. Yeah. Adrian Broner, we knew what was going on with that, even though he got a late knockdown rather. I mean, you know how that goes. Adrian Broner's not letting his hands go. But when it comes to Terence Crawford, it just has too many pictures in the frame, man, for Shawn Porter to try to figure out. I look like it's going to be one of Terence Crawford's best performances in his career.
All right. Like I said, man, I'm looking forward to it because this, to me, this going to tell us everything we need to know about Terence Crawford. And I don't want to hear no excuses, no, you know what I'm saying, from neither side. It's going to tell us.
I mean, I feel you. I feel you don't want to hear no excuses. I truly believe Terence Crawford can move up to 154 before he get up out of here. You know, I just look at it like, man, Errol Spence has so much more to prove in his career outside of welterweight. So for me, I'm curious to see how his body hold up. You know, not putting himself in a position where he get another injury, or you know, how is his sobriety going to be moving forward in boxing? You know, all that's going to play a role in how fast Errol Spence advanced in his career. Is he able to go up to 154, 160 and get a belt?
Right. Okay. All right, Scotty. I mean, you broke it down, man. Like I said, I respect your you know, your view and your take on this. And let everybody know that don't know where to find you at, Scotty.
Yeah, y'all can check me out at World Combat Sports, man. YouTube. I don't talk strictly boxing. I have to talk mixed martial arts and all the other combat, you know, like grappling and stuff like that. So if y'all mess with me, you know, y'all support me, I appreciate it. But first and foremost, man, y'all continue to support Keon, everything boxing sports, every day, all day, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Scotty, salute. Appreciate you. And yeah, y'all go support. Y'all go support Scotty. Go sub to his channel. One of the realest doing it. And he not only doing boxing, he doing MMA too. So some of y'all need to learn about MMA. Go watch Scotty shit. He gonna break it down for you. Caller. Let me see. My bad. I missed your call. You can call back in. My bad. But yeah. And I'm gonna give y'all my take. I'm gonna give y'all my take on the whole situation because I can't throw the answer out. I'm throw the question out there and not give you the answer myself. But like I said, to me, right now, I'm you know, I just gotta wait. I don't know why it didn't ring. I missed the call, but you can call back in. Whoever called y'all, you can call back in. It didn't go through. But we just gotta wait. To me, I gotta wait to see what happened in this Shawn Porter and Errol Spence fight. That's how I'm gonna be able to assess not Shawn Porter and Errol Spence, Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford fight. That's how I'm gonna be able to assess Terence Crawford. And you know, let's not sleep on Porter. Let's not sleep on Porter because if Porter is continuing to, you know, put on performances like we seen him do against Keith Thurman back in 2016 and like we seen him do against Errol Spence, he's gonna be a problem for anybody. Damn. My bad. I don't know why the hell this shit. Call back in. I just seen it ringing and yeah, call back in. What's happening with it, caller? Where you calling from? State your name.
I hear you, Keith.
What's happening? Who this calling?
It's Uppercut in Dallas.
What's happening with it? Uppercut Boxing Nation.
That was good with it.
What's happening?
No, I'm going with EJ, man. All said and done because of the path that he's already on. So he's ever since the Ocampo mandatory fight, he's been fighting from top guy after top guy to top guy. At the Pacquiao fight that got canceled, we can say he's automatic. He's arguably fought 4 straight Hall of Famers. Michael Garcia, Danny, Son, and had Pacquiao fight. And I think that right there against Earl, in the long run, more superior when it's all said and done. Because when you look at it, you got guys like Blood. Yeah, he's a top guy, but look at all the obstacles that the top guys had to go through to get him in the ring. It's too much, this got to be done, or that got to be done. But with EJ, all you got to do is be reasonable. You got to fight. And that's my take on it. Boots is coming. I think Boots is coming. I think he will be cut more at 154. He's like he's a big welterweight. But right now, I think EJ. He don't run into a lot of things. Not even a pandemic or a life-threatening car. Accidentally keep him out the ring. So I think he just got more dog in him, man. And when it's all said and done, he's gonna be, the king of the welterweight division still.
Yeah. That's a good assessment. Who do you see Errol Spence beating? Like, what big name? He already got some big names on his resume. But from here on out, give me one big name that you see him beating, put him above everybody.
Terence Crawford.
You see that
with the utmost confidence. Because he's way more prepared for it, man. He's been there with Sean, the brawler. He's been there with Michael Garcia, the boxer. I just think he's more prepared for those fights than those other guys.
Okay.
I think his biggest challenge will be Ennis, and that fight will probably happen at 154.
Right. Uppercuts, man. Great assessment, great breakdown. Let everybody know where to find you at.
I got a page on Uppercuts Boxing Nation on Facebook. Come in there. We all family. Give your piece. Keep it respectful. Clean boxing talk.
Yes, sir.
And, we're just looking forward to keep it going, man. We got a lot of good boxing coming up.
Yeah, we do. Man, Uppercuts. And like he said, y'all go to Uppercuts Boxing Nation on Facebook. Go subscribe to his page on Facebook. Show him some love. He really out there in the field. He really out here in the field doing his thing. But Uppercuts, man, I appreciate you calling in.
All right,
bet. Yes, sir. I missed some calls was calling in. Some people was calling in. Call back in. Give me your assessment. Hold on. Let me put the. What's happening with it, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, Keon, man. The Kurt Trigger from New Jersey.
What's happening with it? The boxing historian, Kurt, in the building.
Man, I had to call in, man. Great show.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Kurt.
I'm feeling well, man, but Usyk put on a great show. So all the credit to you. Joshua can't box. Joshua needs a Western trainer, American trainer, show him how to box. To beat that movement and the way he was 6'8", you need a stiff jab. You need to throw the jab over and over again to neutralize him. And that's what Joshua did too.
Right.
As far as Crawford, Terence Ennis, we have a round robin and Virgil Ortiz, which is great for the welterweight division. They probably won't fight out welterweight. I would like to see Crawford and Spence. It'll be a shootout for the supremacy with Jerron Ennis waiting in the ring. We don't know how good Jerron is. He looks the part, but in boxing, you can look the part, but that's it. You know, it can tell you that the fighter looks like he's going to be unbeatable. He can get up there, he get hit with a left hook or right hook. Then he gets knocked out. I don't know who's going to win between Crawford and Spence. Even though I said Crawford, but that's a tough fight for Spence because Spence got a lot of dog in him. So does Crawford. Virgil Ortiz is vulnerable on defense. But Jerron in the skill set and his attributes, his physical attributes, is just like further than anybody else. So I'm gonna say I don't know who's gonna win, man, but it's gonna be fun to see Crawford and Ennis fight each other. And for that, I'm gonna hang up.
Okay, Kurt, we still praying.
Yes, sir.
I hope you feel better, Kurt. You know, hello? Hello? Yeah, you still there? I hope you feeling better, Kurt, and we gonna keep you in our prayers, Kurt.
Hey, man, thanks a lot, man. So we're family, man, and I'm gonna be on Blue later, man. But thanks a lot.
Yes,
you got
sir.
A great show. You got to keep up the good work.
I appreciate you, Kurt. And y'all know where to find Curtis Anderson on Blue Blood Sports TV later on today. I don't got to tell y'all. Y'all already know. Yes, sir. Kurt, and I appreciate you calling in, Kurt.
Yes, sir, Keon. I'll be listening, man. Peace, brother.
Okay. Yeah, you know, like Curtis said, like to hold on. Caller, what's happening? State your name, where you calling from.
My boy Key, man, you already know this smooth groove boxing from Oak Cliff, America, aka Dallas, Texas. Stand up.
Oak Cliff, what's happening with it, smooth groove?
You know it's all love on my end, man. Hey, first of all, hey, Kurt, salute, man. We love you, man. You in our prayers, bro. Wish you everything. Hey, man, it's gonna get better for you. I promise you that, man. My mother-in-law, she went for dialysis for like 3 years, man. She ended up getting a kidney transplant. She's doing good, man, for the past 3 years. She kicking. So, Kurt, man, hey, man, we pulling for you, my boy. We pulling for you.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's all
no
love.
doubt. All love, Kurt.
But yeah, man, you know, but hey, man, you know what, Key, man, I gotta go with the person that's never moved any other way than what he told us he was gonna move, man. That being Errol Spence Jr., man, you know, and I ain't being biased that I'm from Dallas, but the dude has told you everything that he was gonna do, he did. He had a few derailments, you know, or whatever, but for the most part, not for the most part, exactly how he was gonna move, he moved, man. So I mean, I gotta go with him, man. And I tell you something else, man. Right? As far as like people saying they're gonna have to do the assessment on how Bud fights Porter or whatever, man. Only way I'm giving that assessment is Bud fight Porter the way EJ fought Porter. Because if Bud don't fight Porter the way EJ fight Porter, then I'm not gauging shit, man. Because that was a fight, man. So EJ could easily win that and boxed him. They probably got him up out of there. You know. I'm just saying he didn't do it, but it was a possibility to get it. But he did. He went there for a dog fight. He wanted that. That's what he got. So if Terence don't go in there with a dog fight and fight him like that, you right? You know what I'm saying? I ain't engaging. I'm not gonna give him a 1-up over EJ if he go in there and stop Porter, which I don't think he's gonna do. But if he go doing that, right? I'm not getting no 1. I don't think nobody that man I just said. For real. That's my he never stopped moving the way he says he's gonna move to this day. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta go with old EJ, man.
Yeah, man, great assessment, great breakdown. And man, I appreciate you calling in, man. You already know. You always coming through showing love, man. It's all love.
Hey, Hey, ask me where they can find me at, man. You ask mother fools. Ask me.
Hey,
ask me where they can find me at.
Smooth, where can they find you at? Let them know.
They can find me on ETP, everything boxing, every day. You know, somebody, if you're looking for me, that's where the fuck I'm at. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. Always coming through, showing big love and support.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Smooth Groove.
You know it's all love my end, my boy. Hey, man, salute to the chat and everybody I love, man. I'm gonna get out the way, my boy.
Already. Yeah. So I'm gonna take one more caller and then I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna take one more caller to call in and then I'm gonna break this down how I feel about the situation. What's happening with it, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Jay Cooley calling from Omaha, Nebraska.
Hey, say that again for the people in the back that couldn't hear you, Jay Cooley.
This is Jay Cooley calling from Omaha, Nebraska.
The Omaha, Nebraska. He right there in the city with Terence Bud Crawford. What's good with it, Jay? What's your assessment on this?
What up, fam? Hey, I'm gonna be short and sweet. I pick EJ over all them niggas, but this how I feel. I don't think it ain't gonna be no undisputed at 147. Why? Because Bud was forced to fight Sean, and EJ gonna move up. Bud ego would not let him fight Errol. That's the point. But you can't get it through these delusional ass fucking fans. Bud ego is the only thing that's stopping this fight. His ego. And I'm out. And they can catch me in Omaha in these streets on Ames, 72nd, back to Fields, back to 30th, and already. And I'm out.
Already. Jay Cooley in the building. Appreciate you calling in, Jay. Yeah, so he from Omaha and he rolling with EJ. Now, I'm gonna cut the phone lines off for now. You know what I'm saying? Let me take it down. And I'm going to give my assessment. And I appreciate everybody that called in. I appreciate everybody that called in. Now, let me give my assessment on this, right? Right now. Because like I've let y'all know that how I feel about the outcome, you know, that it might change. It might change come late November when Sean Porter and Terence Crawford fight. But for right now, when I look at who's done what they said they were going to do, right? Who then fought the best competition and who has the star power to move up to any weight class and fight the best of the best. When everything is said and done and all the smoke clears, I think Errol Spence, right? He's the king at 147. And I think when everything is said and done, as far as career-wise, I think Errol Spence ends with the best career out of everybody. And I'm going to tell you why. As far as at 147, I got Errol Spence beating Terence Crawford right now. Like I said, it might change. If I see Terence Crawford go out there and just dog walk Sean Porter and get him up out of there, then, yeah, my assessment is going to change. Because ain't nobody been able to do that to Sean Porter. I don't think it's going to happen. So with that being said, right now, I got Errol Spence leaving 147 as the king. I don't see nobody beat him. I don't see Bud Crawford beating him. I don't see none of them dudes beating him, right? Jerron Ennis, yeah, he looked the part. But like I always say, when you up your level of competition, when he ups his level of competition, Jerron Ennis is not going to be able to do the same thing that he doing to these lower level opposition to Errol Spence or Bud Crawford or not even a Virgil Ortiz. So it's going to look very different. It always look different when you move up in competition, you know? So with all of that being said, further down further down, when Errol Spence get back and he continue to stay focused and working with Blu-ray and all of that, yeah, I see him going to 154. I don't see nobody fucking with him at 154. And he is the only man right now, like Money Brown TV always say, right? And like I've been saying since when did I start saying it? 2018, right? He's the only one that Canelo Alvarez looks at, right? And Canelo can potentially have a Canelo Alvarez fight at 160 something ish, right? So if you go and beat Canelo at a catch weight, and he's what I'm saying is he's the only one that has potential to do it, because Bud Crawford already said Canelo way too big for me. I'm not fighting no Canelo. You see what I'm saying? We don't see no Jerron Ennis or none of these other guys fighting Canelo no time in their career. So Errol Spence is the only one, right? He's the only one that has, you know what I'm saying, potential to do that. And I mean, if he do that, he done ran away with the crown. He's ran away with the crown if he does that. And right now, he has the resume. Like my man Smooth Groove said, he the only one that's done everything that he said he gonna do, right? I'm not putting Jerron Ennis there because Jerron Ennis, he still ain't proved nothing. All Jerron Ennis has proved to us is that he's talented and he looks great with the eye test. Now, as far as Bud Crawford goes, I'm gonna tell you something. I know a lot more than a lot of y'all know. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now that Bud Crawford, he's not, even if he do go out there and whoop Shawn Porter, even if he does go out there and beat Shawn Porter, look spectacular doing it, Bud Crawford is gonna hold himself back. Just like my man Smooth Groove, and I'm a Bud Crawford fan. And like I said, salute to Bud Crawford. He's a great father. Happy birthday to Bud. But I got to keep it real. He's going to hold himself back, and I'm going to tell y'all why. Even if he has the more potential than anybody that we talking about, he's going to hold himself back, and he's never going to give himself a chance to prove how great he is, even if he does beat Shawn Porter and stop Shawn Porter, or, you know what I'm saying, beat Shawn Porter 10-2, 10 rounds to 2 or whatever, right? Reason he's going to hold himself back is because of his ego. Just like my man Smooth Groove said, his ego kept him from that Errol Spence fight. Well, his ego is going to keep him from a lot of fights because Bud Crawford don't have no intentions on going to the PBC. Bud Crawford don't have no intention on going to PBC. And to me, if you ask me, he don't have no intentions on becoming a free agent and moving around like Mikey Garcia moving around because he's not that business savvy. So you ain't going to the PBC and you're not business savvy enough to stay a free agent and move around and, you know what I'm saying, basically make these fights wherever you want to make them at. You're going to hold yourself away from a lot of these big fights. You know what I'm saying? You might not get the Errol Spence fight. And we know, and then you're looking at everybody else on the PBC bandwagon besides Shawn Porter. And if y'all knew what I knew, the reason this Shawn Porter fight happened, the reason the Shawn Porter fight happened, and I ain't going to say nothing, but allegedly, it was Shawn Porter going against everything that Al Heyman wanted. It was Shawn Porter and Kenny Porter going against everything that Al Heyman wanted. So when you look at the picture of the 147-pound division, besides Jerron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, the rest of the hitters are over there on PBC. And Jerron Ennis, he might be on PBC before we know it himself. The rest of them hitters are over there on PBC. So if I'm Al Heyman, and I know that you had a chance to come over here and do business with me, and this is something I know. You don't want to do business with me, but you are willing to do business with that other man over there, but you don't want to come fuck with me. Well, if I'm Al Heyman, I'm looking at the situation where it's like, well, you saying fuck me, it's fuck you too. So what you gonna do? I don't care about your. I don't give a damn about your legacy. Now, if you was one of my fighters, I'm gonna take good, very, very good care of you. But shit, you don't want to do no business with me. I don't give a damn about your career or your legacy. So when I say that I see Terence Crawford holding himself back because of his ego and because he feels some type of way about Al Heyman, you know what I'm saying? You hear Bomac. When you hear Bomac say fuck PBC, don't think that Bomac is saying that and Terence Crawford ain't saying the same thing behind the scenes. You dig what I'm saying? Don't think that Bomac is saying this shit and Terence Crawford ain't saying the same thing behind the scenes. So, yeah, what you gonna do? Are you gonna move up to 154? Well, at 154, you still got to go through PBC. So what are you gonna do? So I see Errol Spence. He is on the side where all the smoke is. He does have the biggest name. He sold the most pay-per-views. And why I'm bringing up the pay-per-views and what he sold is because when people start talking about this Canelo Alvarez shit, that's what Canelo Alvarez and his people gonna look at. How big is Errol Spence? How big can a fight be? You know what I'm saying? Is it worth me seeing him at a catch weight? You start putting them, you start putting the one with some zeros behind it, and then $1 million behind that. Hey, you don't think Canelo gonna do what he gotta do? You don't think that Errol Spence gonna do what he gotta do? When you talking about 100 million plus in their pocket, he's the only one that has potential to do that. Bud don't have potential to do that. Sean Porter don't have that potential to do that. Jerron Ennis, Virgil Ortiz don't have that potential to do that. So when the smoke clears, it's finna be Errol Spence. That's my opinion. And like I said, Bud Crawford, his ego is gonna keep him from accomplishing many things that he might be able to accomplish. Because yeah, if Bud Crawford go and beats Sean Porter and washes him 10-2, 11-1, or knocks him out, I'm going to be able to say, you know what? I think Bud Crawford might be better than everybody at 147. I think he just might be. But he's going to keep himself from proving it beyond Sean Porter because of his ego and because of business. That's my take on it. You know what I'm saying? That's my take on it. Y'all can feel however y'all want to feel about what I said, but that's why I feel like I feel. You dig what I'm saying? Why I feel like I feel. But as far as just seeing how good Bud Crawford is, that Sean Porter fight is going to let me know everything I need to know. Now, I'm rooting for him. I don't have no problem. I like Bud. I'm a fan of Bud. I'm rooting for him in the fight. You know what I'm saying? As far as Sean Porter, I like Sean Porter. So I'm pretty much 50-50. It ain't going to make me pissed off no matter who win that fight. But me and Bomac have a very lucrative bet on that fight. I bet that Terence Crawford wasn't going to stop Bud. And Bomac bet me that Terence Crawford would. The winner, you know what I'm saying, get paid the night of the fight. So, with that being said, I don't want him to stop Sean Porter. And the reason I bet is because I don't believe that he can stop Sean Porter. So, you know, Bomac got to be a man of his word. I'm going to be a man of my word. But so that's how I feel about that situation. Let me get through some of y'all comments before I wrap it up. And y'all hit the like button. Everybody in the building, make sure that y'all smash on my like button. Aunt B say Bud is like Usyk, a great fighter. Mr. Mechanical says all the big fights at 147 with PBC Bud got to make a decision or leave question marks on his career, no cap. I'm telling y'all, his decision, whatever decision he gonna make, it ain't gonna be PBC. Leon Robinson says he got the skills to do everything you saying. Diverse Conscious say most are saying Bud is like Ben Simmons. Tyrone Spencer say, you remember Marshall back in the day when they had Randy Moss? Excuse me. Yeah, I remember Marshall University, number 81, Marshall University, Randy Moss. Number 81, Marshall University, Randy Moss. Remember when they used to do the little introduction before the game? He says, you remember Marshall back in the day when they had Randy Moss? Nice QB, sweet receiver, might beat elite schools. Might beat elite schools. Yeah, I feel what you're saying. Hanky Stanky 420 OG. He says, salute Keon in the chat. And I feel like Bud is going to KO Sean behind boots. I think Bud's the hardest puncher in the heavyweight and in the division. In the division. Because Boxing Nation says Spence could have beaten Porter 10-2 as well if he decides to stay to the outside and box. Instead, he stayed in the inside and gave fans the fight of the year. Now, I might agree with you, Uppercut Boxing Nation, and my man Smooth Groove, he alluded to that too. But what I won't do is I'm not gonna say, well, what he could have did and I gotta take it and I gotta look at the fight for how the fight was. You know what I'm saying? I gotta look at it for how the fight turned out. Now he's saying that he could have did this and he chose to do this. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? I might believe him. But I can't take that and I can't use that as an argument point, because at the end of the day, if we debating and we going at it, it only matters what happened in the fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, what happened? What did he do? We can say what he could have did all day, but what did he do? You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm saying that we can't really use that as an argument point. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people like to be like, well, Bud, you know what I'm saying? When Bud had a tough fight against any tough fight that Bud had, Bud was just, you know what I'm saying? He's just filling them out. He could have knocked him out earlier. We could say that about a whole bunch of fighters. You know what I'm saying? But it's about what happened in the fight. Angelito says Terence Crawford is the best at 147 fighter. If Spence wanted to fight him, he would have already. If he wanted to become the undisputed champion, he says, I fought for free. Money follows belts. You 150% wrong. I respect your opinion, but when you say that if Spence wanted to fight him, he could have already, yeah, you wrong. You dead wrong. Like it's no in between. You're wrong about that situation. But I mean, you know, like I said, I respect your opinion. The Verse Conscious says, Bud ego in business is bad. I only like his skill set. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way, man. But like I said, once again, let's give Bud his respect. A great black father to his kids. He does great things in his community, and it's his birthday today. So let's give him his respect. A lot of people look at me, oh, you a Bud hater. I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like Bud. But yeah, I don't like some of the shit he do and say in some of the ways that he move, but I never talk bad about him in the ring. I never talk bad about him outside of the ring. If I'm talking about some business shit, it is what it is. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not going to hold my tongue. I'm not going to skip around shit. I'm going to tell it how I see it. It is what it is. But the Verse Conscious says the ref is going to stop the fight. I don't believe that. If you're talking about Sean Porter and Bud Crawford, I don't believe that. And like I said, man, we could put some bread on it too, Diverse. We could put, hey, family, we could put some bread on it too. But at the end of the day, like I said, I respect everybody's assessment. If you saying that if you pick EJ, if you pick Bud, if you pick Jerron Ennis, I respect everybody's opinion. No, it don't have to be a KO. It could be a TKO. So either one, just as long as the fight, you know what I'm saying, don't go 12 rounds and it's in favor of Bud Crawford. It don't have to be a KO. It could be a TKO also. But now if it's like a headbutt stoppage or some shit like that, nah. You know what I'm saying? But we know what I'm saying. Salute Butter B. But I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Once again, smash on my like button. It don't cost you nothing. Hit the like button. I appreciate everybody. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. Hit the like button. And until tomorrow, I'm gone.